Good evening everyone, welcome back to the Creative Burrows Gaming Channel. Once again, my name is Isaac and we are trying to, I'm trying to launch a rocket for the first time ever in this game, which is Factorio version 0.17. The last episode, I was able to get blue science going with solid fuel, plastics firmly producing, and was able to get advanced oil processing and set up the basics of oil cracking here. So today, what I'd like to do is upgrade my facility to be able to build these wonderful things: logistic robots, construction robots, roboports, and, most importantly of all, considering this is contested territory, laser turrets. And what I'm noticing for all of these is I think I'm going to need batteries. Definitely need batteries for the laser turrets. Need batteries for the flying robot frame. For the electric engine units, I'm going to need lubricant. And for the robots themselves, green and red circuits. So I got a lot on my plate here. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is starting up some battery production here. And what am I going to need for these guys? So it looks like I just need one iron plate, one copper plate, and 20 sulfuric acid. And I realize I don't have any sulfuric acid going on at the moment either. So what do I need for sulfuric acid? Well, I need an iron plate, some sulfur, and some water. For sulfur, water and petroleum gas. Now that is really convenient because I have petroleum gas right here. I have water tucked over here. And for the sulfuric acid, I just need more water and to bring in some iron plates. So I think I'm just going to establish that just south of my plastics production here. So just give myself a little spacer. Make sure I have plenty of space. And we'll set it up right about here, I think. Since my bus over here with, wow, my iron bus is not right over here. Well, okay. I guess instead I'm going to reconsider exactly where I was going to place that. And I'm going to run north. There we go, getting into advanced electronics 2. And yeah. So up here in the great wide north, let's just use a grenade to get rid of some rocks. Huh. I have to admit that's the first time I have ever used grenades to get rid of rocks. And I think it's going to be the last time. Would have just been faster to mine them. Though probably a whole lot less exciting. Okay, so if I have water here, petroleum gas there, then... oh, well. I don't see any reason not to put... yeah. Exactly. I think I'll just do sulfuric acid production up here. Now let's get in a little closer. Something that's actually controllable. There we go. So this is going to be sulfur. And remember folks, I do have a kind of a build tester map I use. So I've been testing this out to try to come up with a solution for how to produce sulfuric acid that, in my opinion, actually works. And I think what I'm going to do, because sulfuric acid takes 5 sulfur every second, and we can produce out of one machine 2 sulfur every second. So 3 machines cover 6 sulfur a second, which means, say, this one would have 1 left over, and I'm just going to put another sulfuric acid machine over here, and a couple more sulfur machines. So let's go get the materials needed for that. I also have to look into expanding green circuits here. Maybe just one more singular array, like what I have here, so that I can then expand red circuits and provide raw materials for robots. Oh, I'll need belts, always need belts. Need undergrounds. Ooh, definitely need all the inserters, except for blue. What else can I use out of here? Gonna need chemical plants. And my inventory is full. Well, if that's just not a touch awkward. Ooh, so is that chest. That one's not too full. That one's getting there. Cause, yeah, might need some lights there too. Oh, can definitely get rid of those power poles. I wonder, do I have a box with, here we are. Here's the box of stuff I don't need at the moment. Throw some more stone in there. Throw some, actually, yeah, just throw all those power poles in there. I don't need them. Iron plates. We can definitely donate that to the gear fund. Copper plates. Those will conveniently go to our ammunition for recycling. Engines and red circuits can always use. Ooh. Copper wire. Well, isn't this convenient? And now I have plenty of space for everything I need. Gonna need more chemical plants, just always, and more electric poles. Gonna need more assemblers. There we are. And I also have to expand my bus. Because if you notice there, electric engine units take engine units and lubricant, and these assembler ones will not take liquids as an input. So I need assembler 2s. And the good news is there's nothing really complicated there. I'm just going to need some gears and circuits, assembler 1s. Oh, I don't think that needs to be there. Let's see. Oh, steel. Can't forget the steel. Power. And yeah, let's throw a box down there and throw some output. And I shouldn't need too many of these at any given moment right now. And there we go. So we'll select that. Leave it open for the assembler 2s. Could probably take my labs. In fact, I don't even need those labs in my inventory anymore. Might later, but definitely don't now. So there we go. Don't need the wood. The stone. I'll find a place to put the stone. So there's assembler 2s. Shouldn't need too many. There we go. The assembler 1s are still keeping up nicely. And if we're going to do this, I think I'm just going to slap everything else down for also upgrade and recycle. Stack inserters. That's what I think. Filter inserters take fast inserters, and stack inserters take fast inserters. Well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a fast inserter manufactory. Turn this into filter inserters. Turn this into stack inserters. And just like before, cut the line here. Extend that gap. There we go. Make sure I've not left anything unsupplied. Drop in some iron chests. Green circuits and fast inserters. Perfect. That guy needs green circuits, red circuits, fast inserters, and gears. Well, I might be able to pull red circuits onto this line at some point, so I'm not going to worry too much about these getting the stack inserters going. Filter inserters are going to become a not a necessity, but definitely a nice to have. And what do I need here? Iron, green circuit. Okay. Wait, do I need iron plate? I do need iron plate. Alright. Well, we'll just not worry about that at the moment. Everything here is still nice and pretty. That's working. That's limited. And that just needs fast inserters. So there we go. And that should be, yep. Okie dokie. So we'll get filter inserters. I think we'll make stack inserters later when we have to worry about the throughput. What did I really want to upgrade? Ah, perfect. Definitely need to upgrade to red belts. And so, like every Wednesday and Friday episode, I'm going to try to keep this down to a hopefully convenient 30 minutes. But it's probably, like always, going to end up being 35 minutes. So bear with me, folks. Okay, that's going to be undergrounds. Oh, let's make a steel chest for fun and games. And because it's what I had the materials directly on hand to make. Okay, fast transport belts, so that'll be fast undergrounds. This needs regular yellow undergrounds and gears. Perfect. And we'll output to right there. Limit that down to a convenient 50. This needs regular yellow transport belts and gears. And we'll just limit that to the same amount of yellow belts we have. And this is going to need green circuits, gears, and yellow splitters. And we'll just limit that to the same amount. Okay. And definitely the biters are coming in hot. I really do want those laser turrets ASAP. So, for that, I'm definitely going to need battery production up. So I'm going to definitely get over there, focus on that. Since this will be a whole new build, I'd rather catch that on camera, do things like expanding green and red circuits, which is just going to be copy-pasting of blueprints mostly. And that I feel I can do off-camera. Since you can just go back to the old episode and see what I've been getting up to with that. So we'll offset that over to there. Oh no, that was... Yeah, that's offset I think about as far as I can make it. So we'll... There we go. So that sulfur only needs petroleum and water. Well, I think we'll just kind of run it off of a good old basic bus concept here. Where we'll do something only a touch outrageous, I think. What else can we get to research? Let's kind of get this out of the way. Ooh. Logistics slots, trash slots, always nice. Advanced material processing would be good. Inserter capacity bonus would be nice, except this is just going to increase our stack inserters. So I'm not going to worry about that too much now. I think everything's going okay. So let's get advanced material processing. We'll be able to upgrade our smelting lines to produce more, get a better throughput ratio. Energy weapons damage, maybe. Military 3 does lead down to power armor 2 in a bit though, so I won't worry about that. Electrical energy distribution to get substations, because those provide a large electrical range for powering everything. And now I'm admittedly low density structures, going to need those for research down the line. Not necessarily the production science packs, but definitely the utility science packs. Okay, personal battery Mark II, that will improve our power armor. But what's going to improve everything up until that point? Let's go with personal logistics. And with 2 other slots open, braking force, because I might have to be pulling in trains here soon. And auto trash slots. There we go. Okie dokie, so where was I? Oh yeah, and we'll just plop that over there, since it's not going to get in the way of anything. Put that right down. No power, it says. That's a perfectly reasonable observation here. Oh, that'll just reach the inside. There we go. And then what I can do is take this, put it here. Oh, I don't have to worry about outputs up here. Okay. Wait. Yes, it does take iron, so I do have to have an input line of iron. So we'll just plunk that right in front of the sulfur. Kind of like so. That way I can have iron coming in. Oh, let's call it there and there. Or I guess I could just... I'm acting so put upon by this fact that I need to supply power to everything. A little overacting there, maybe. In fact, I'd say guaranteed overacting. It would just output... How do I want my sulfur to output? Well, I'd say it's not really a concern at the moment. Yeah, I think I got this worked out to make a tasty production sauce, or whatever it is that you would like me to call it. But definitely it will function. Is my... well, currently that's just a really, really big hope at the moment. But I think that will actually work. Okay, time to finish drawing out these lines. So that has water, that has water, that has water. Then we just need these two to have water. Those two to have water. Gonna need petroleum gas. Okay, looks a little neater. Can still walk in here if I have to. These guys don't need anything put... okay. I think that works a lot better. Then we just do something like that. Ooh, run some petroleum gas piping together. Yeah, not the prettiest, probably not the most space efficient. But frankly, I think you just kind of have to give up a little bit on space efficiency and prettiness when you're initially getting everything built. There will be plenty of time to worry about how things look and how well they function, or how they look and how much space they take up after you get them functioning well. At least that's always been my grand strategy regarding Factorio. If you prefer everything to look nice straight off the bat, more power to you. I would just rather know that, since, you know, I am definitely not a pro at this game, I'd rather know that I was able to at least get it working and that it functions the way it's supposed to, over striving for any grand design at the moment. Because, in all honesty, I think I could just come back here with bots, pretty things up as necessary, tidy up, kind of make the builds a little tighter, and so on and so forth. I say that now. If anybody would like to, you can start a counter, guessing exactly how long it's going to be before I ever make good on that promise. So, but that should be sulfuric acid being produced. This has sulfur, this has water, it just needs iron plate, and that's coming down the pipeline. Or the belt line in this case. So that should function relatively flawlessly. Alright, so there's that. We have 7 minutes to go, or I should say I have 7 minutes to go. So, batteries, we're going to need iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. So copper's way down there, so I guess I'm going to run sulfuric acid quite a way. And this does bring up the point of where do I want to put this? Like, I could try to run my copper backwards quite a long ways. Or I guess I could bring my sulfuric acid here, then come up and build batteries behind gears. I think that makes a load of sense. It also gets me back towards the main action of the factory. Okay, let's not forget the pipes here. There we go. And I'm not having too much of a crisis. Dragging the pipes along the bus, essentially increasing the size of the bus to a 5-lane here, simply because they're all underground pipes. They go a good long distance, and they will fit neatly in between everything else. At least that's my hope. And considering this is fairly early in my production cycle, it should all work out pretty well. So for batteries, what was it? 1 iron plate, 1 copper plate, and 20 sulfuric acid. And I don't need these for any of my sciences just yet, so I won't worry too much. I'm just going to have a couple, let's say 4 battery machines going. And just keep it simple, right? I could probably have quite a lot more going with this sulfuric acid. But I think for the moment, I am just going to keep it simple because batteries will be used for sciences down the line. There we go. And we'll just connect these up. Run out of underground pipes right next to the mall. This is perfect, actually. We can even upgrade these power poles here to our wonderful medium power poles, provide lots of coverage. There we go. And we'll just start this guy down here so I have plenty of room to run everything into. Okay. And now all they need is iron and copper. That is the most unfortunately placed power pole ever. But thanks to the joys of Factorio, everything is fixable. One of the great reasons for upgrading to these medium power poles is for the flexibility in building that they do provide. Okay, so this is going to be iron and copper joined. It's going to be kind of tight pulling it off the belt, I think. Well, that was awkward. And I don't want to rob green circuits. They're going to use as much as they can get in these upcoming times. So let's put that there. And gears is using iron quite fluidly there. Let's just try to push that down. And I'll probably have to go back, realign those kind of intermediary buffers I've got. So, like I was saying, those underground pipes never get in the way until you realize that you put them somewhere where they're in the way. To fix this, I simply go over to my red undergrounds. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, sometimes I really don't care how pretty it looks, just that it works. So with that, I think, yep, that should be perfect to split from there. Rebalance. Okay, for these balancers, we are going to do an output priority right, just so that they keep pushing the iron in the direction I need it to go in. There we go. And then we'll be taking copper from down here right on up. And we're going to do the same thing, just push copper to the right after these branch offs. And there's iron. Copper should be coming in right there. This will be running into the back of the battery line. And then from the batteries, I can run a takeaway down here. And why was I producing batteries in such abundance again? Oh, but of course. So, laser turrets. How are you guys feeling today? You just need steel and green circuits. Quite a lot of green circuits and quite a lot of steel. Oh, but that's not too bad, actually. Yep. And so let's get started on laser turret production. So we'll just, yep, plop it down over here. And actually, no, we won't. Because this is going to be mostly for personal equipment usage at the moment, I think I'm gonna actually run those batteries not into the bus, but instead I think I'm going to wrap them around towards some of the most important facilities I'm gonna have going here for a little while, which is definitely going to be laser turrets. Welcome to the fold, gentlemen. Alright, green circuits, batteries, and steel. There's steel. Oh, probably want these. Oh, iron chests. I love iron chests. Relatively cheap. Easy to make. And now I just have to figure out how to get batteries into here. And I really should probably take these ghosts out at some point. There we go. Run this right on over. Must have laser turrets. Yeah, there we go. And I think we'll restrict that to 2 stacks. So we're going to be sucking up a lot of resources in that for a while. But we will have laser turrets and be able to defend ourselves. Now I'm kind of curious, how's my power doing? That power's not doing too bad. Researching at the moment, everything's relatively producing at the moment, I believe. So, yeah, power's actually doing pretty good. I'm rather surprised. So everybody, thank you very much for tuning in once again. I know this has been kind of a little helter-skelter, a little bit of a mishmash. And there definitely has been a lot of explanation. I don't think anything's extreme in what I've done here. But I think between episodes I'm going to extend this green circuit production, this red circuit production, for the sake of robots. So I could start splitting some of those circuits off, and we could start automating some of these more painful aspects, like, I don't know, having to run myself back to the mall and pick things up. But taking advantage of that will be for another episode. So, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Isaac. The game is Factorio version 0.17, and I'm now one step closer to launching my first rocket. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.